Sheesh. Hello. Check, 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 check. Hopefully, this is heard. Can you guys tell me if now it is heard? It came for a few seconds. Now works now. No audio. It came for 1 second. It's working. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh my god. I don't know. Suddenly, there was a like loose connection or something. I tested before coming live, and then suddenly it's just like went away. How's everyone doing? Hi, Darwin. Geno, Geno Sigma. Sorry, you too. I messed up your name last time also. Geno Sigamani. Yes. How are you, Geno? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are my Sudarshan? What are my thoughts about sprint? I thought, uh, yeah, it was supposed to be Mercedes domination. Ferrari were the biggest surprise for me because, um, like Lewis is just too strong on Silverstone. I don't know if it is just Silverstone or Ferrari are actually legit back, but I was actually like if you saw the replay of Max and his reaction timing, right? His reaction timing is actually pretty decent. Okay, the thing is, it's just not good enough to like take off from the grid, right? Like that's a problem. I think it could be a turbo problem, but the fact that he had good reaction timing, but still, like he could not match the speed of takeoff speed of both Mercedes, and like it just felt bad. And that problem was there for Hadjar as well. Hadjar lost so many places, by the way. So yeah, Hadjar was like proper gone case. He was in the points, or at least he was going to get 1 point at least, as per qualifying yesterday. And today, I don't think he even. I think he finished ninth, if I'm not wrong, because Liam Lawson got the point. I don't know where the noise is coming from. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. Your predictions on quali. Let's see. Let's see if Mercedes dominate again, or um, if it is going to be a um, Ferrari upset. Driver tracker. Yes, it's all quiet on the track. Hmm. Hi, Lux NVP. Kishore. Hi, bro. What do you think about Ferrari? Uh, I mean, I think they are much better than expected because they have brought in some upgrades as well this week, no? Hari Pranav says if he feels like Charles is losing places every time he starts. I know, man. Poor guy has been having a miserable season, especially when last year you looked like a rock star next to a 7-time world champion, and today the world champion is like, yeah, when you record 9 wins, 15 consecutive podiums for Lewis Hamilton here. So, yeah, yeah, bro, it looked like their car stalled, but it was good in the formation. Yeah, both Isaac as well as Max's reaction times were good, but it just like it wasn't good enough to take off from the track, right? Ferrari brought good package than last time. It looks like it because even though Ferrari, Charles Leclerc didn't do well in the sprint, he was actually he was P4, right? He was basically only a few, like I think less than half a second behind Hamilton. So it isn't that big a difference. Like um, they were pretty decent. So I'm actually like thinking that Ferrari has really decent pace. It's just that yeah, even if Lewis gets pole today, he can he hold that after 10 laps tomorrow? Yeah, that is the problem, right? Today also, Kimi is the faster Mercedes, right? So if Kimi qualifies P4, P5, okay, today for some reason, let's assume, and Lewis Hamilton qualifies P1, there will be plenty of strategy that happens. So by the time Kimi clears the two cars in front and then has to go fight Hamilton, yeah, it will take up to 40 laps or something, right? So yeah, there is chance for Lewis to hold Kimi back. But if Kimi is right behind him, or even if Kimi finishes pole, then if Kimi gets pole, I think we can forget. And like Kimi is just gonna scoot off from the beginning. He's gonna just fly away, and yeah, we can uh, we can forget about anybody else winning the GP if Kimi is finishing on pole, unless there is like some unlucky reliability issue or something like that happens. Good morning, Tarun. Are you based out of the US? Because it is clearly not morning. And if you are based out of the US, happy July 4th. When did you start watching F1? I think my first proper race I watched in 2010. But what if we have a better strategy than the Mercs and recreate Barcelona? So a lot of people are saying that this track is very similar to Barcelona. So yeah, why not? Um, Lewis has the Silverstone effect also, no? So Darwin, actually, that is very possible. But you do realize that you are expecting Ferrari to have a better strategy, right? Yeah, hit or miss is a thing, but yeah. Then what? Good morning, Tarun. If you are from Tirunelveli, why are you saying good morning? It is good evening. I thought you were logging in from. Yes. Okay. Timings are starting. I think we are going to start in a bit. Segments, tires, driver tracker. Yes. Let me zoom in a bit. Yes. Yeah. Bro, in FP1, RB got better pace in hards than that can help them in race. Yeah, I think they the qualifying pace is extremely subjective because race pace is completely different, right? Qualifying, you just don't care about the tires at all. You will just burn that tire and you will get as good a lap as possible, right? In race pace, you have to absolutely make sure that your tires are safe, right? So because of that, yeah, some teams just end up managing tires better even though they are not as fast on in qualifying. So absolutely, you are right. Let us see if what you're saying works exactly like that. um, Bro started watching F1 when I was just 2 years old. I mean, I was 15, 16, I was 17 years old. I'm an old person. Look at my beard, it is all white. It looks like Kimi and Russell have two different cars. No, I don't think that much, but I missed a message, long message. Ferrari is competing with Mercedes, but not match the speed. They are fast and straight, but Ferrari is strong at corner. Yeah, you think this will only help? See, I'll tell you the problem with that statement. You are partially correct, but if you think about it, Silverstone has like barely any corners from turn 9 to turn 15. Like, say, turn 8, turn 9 also is done flat out, as in, like, it is full pedal, right? So, I am not sure if that logic, works here. Silverstone may, if Ferrari is weaker in the straights, they should not be dominating this much. They are almost closing to Mercedes, right? So I'm not sure, Kishore. Yeah. I'll come back to Arun Vinay, right? Looks like Kimi and Russell have two different cars. No, they are just two different drivers. Kimi is not used to the older generation of cars, right? This is last year the car was different. This year the car is different. He is adapted quickly. Russell has years of turbo hybrid era cars and ground effect era cars, right? So he is making mistakes and he is learning and then he is adjusting, right? So commentators, everybody seems to say exactly that, which is that he is learning and adapting, and that is why I would say that this it is not different cars, it's just they have their own way of learning and adapting. What is the issue for Max in this sprint race? He had a poor start, that's all, and the Mercedes cars were faster in general. So I think Lando also had a faster car. Not car, I don't want to say car. It's just that Max had a poor start, and ever since that, it has been he was struggling in that race. All hopes on Santi, the Italian Bono. Yes. What's your thoughts about Max, about leaving or staying Red Bull for 2027? I think he will stay. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's staying. Chennai City boy. Yes. Yeah, Red Bull has to start their boost to compete for the wins. Yeah, you are right, because too many times Red Bulls, and not just Max, I am talking Isaac Hadjar as well, right? Too many times they have been like caught up like with the race starts, and then horrible. Worst sprint race for Max, even worse for Isaac Hadjar. Why? Because man qualified in points and went out of the points. Top 3 in quali, I think it'll be, I think I predicted Lewis in my video. So I'll stick to Lewis qualifying pole, then Kimi, and then maybe Lando. Max has a chance. I mean, if they fix the car, they do have a chance. Sorry guys, I'm unwell. I've been under the weather the whole week. I have fever and sore throat, and I have put up 4 videos this week with fever, by the way. My wife was saying why I am stretching myself so much. I put the Austria review, I put the Austria Q&A, then the Silverstone review, and then weekend preview as well. So it's just because it started raining in Hyderabad, right? So the climate change is something that usually happens to me at this time of the year, where I didn't say should I continue content. You were saying any setbacks? No. I didn't say I will stop making content. I asked a question: do I look like a content creator? Basically, in my car, I had all that camera holder and light holder and all attached to the window, right? So, windscreen, right? So, I was making a joke saying, is it so obvious just by looking at it that I am a content creator? Put jigs for Mercedes engine. Yes, Mercedes will be on pole. Yeah, why not? It's time. Oh, yeah. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. CS Gaming, I also started watching F1 after your Insta Reels. Really? That's amazing. Yes, I am based out of Hyderabad. A lot of people are very surprised that I am based out of Hyderabad because I speak Tamil. They assume that I am. That's a very fair assumption. It's not wrong. It's just that I have mentioned that I live in Hyderabad in my bio for more than a year, right? People rarely see the bio, right? They see the reels and stories. They don't end up watching or seeing what is written. Yeah. See, if I was in Chennai, I would have done meetup. We could have, instead of doing all this live stream jazz, we would have hung out in some spot. Bro, Haki, bro, what is the issue with Charles? Like, he was in contention for championship. Now he's lagging behind Merck and Lewis. Again, new set of regulations plus the new set of regulations do not in general favor drivers who love to brake very late, right? Charles Leclerc had that very risky kind of, like, brake late into the corner and take the turn, take a wide line, all of that, right? He's that kind of a driver, and Max also is pretty similar, right? So for them now, they have to actively harvest, which means they have to lift and coast and then brake and all of that. So in general, the old school kind of drivers are struggling a lot to adapt. Okay, so secondly, Charles has Lewis as a teammate, and last year it was smooth sailing for Lewis. Sorry, smooth sailing for Charles Leclerc. This year, Lewis has somehow managed to turn things around, right? So, if Lewis wasn't performing, do you really think we will call Charles Leclerc bad, or at least he is falling behind, right? We would have blamed it on Ferrari. We would not have blamed Charles Leclerc, right? Lewis starts performing, and suddenly now Charles Leclerc is looking bad. So I don't think he's necessarily bad. It's just that he's not coped well with the new regulations like Lewis. Yeah. Take care, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you are in Abids. You are in Abid. So I am technically in Secunderabad, pretty far away from Abids. What? At least an hour drive, I think. But yeah, now I understand how other teams must have felt about 2023 Max. As a Max fan, now I am hating Mercedes always winning. Do you speak Telugu? Yes, I do speak a bit of Telugu. But mother tongue is Tamil, right? So uh, I'm a lot more confident speaking Tamil than Telugu. Yeah. Hamilton pole. Yes. Da, da, da. The banger F1 intro is running in my ears, by the way. uh, you're from TN. I'm here for studying. Oh, Abids. What? Wait, which college are you in? What happened to Max car? I think it had a problem in the jump start, not jump start, like whatever you call that, race start. Yeah, yeah. How long have you been an F1 fan? What made you watch it in the? I've been watching F1 roughly since 2010. What made you watch in the first place? So I was in NIT Trichy, and as an engineer, right, Formula One was so much about technology and learning about engineering. So I started watching, and also because parallelly I was very obsessed with a TV series called Top Gear, and Top Gear hosts were big fans of F1. So because of that, I started getting in. Do you think this season is worst for a beginner to get along? No, not really. Not really. I'm there, no? If you want to know anything, you can ask me. I'll help. So, so how can Max and Charles get back in contention and get the wins? See, it all depends on their team now. That's why Formula One is still a team game, right? If they develop better cars, figure out what is wrong with it, and figure out how to set the cars up for success and all of that, then definitely it's like. Um, then definitely it does make a big difference in terms of um, like improving, right? If they don't if their feedback to the engineers is not helping and Ferrari doesn't or Red Bull doesn't figure out what is wrong with the car, then they will never get wins. They'll always be fourth, fifth, eighth. Yeah. After LH in Ferrari, the team has done some boost in their works. Absolutely, they seem to work much better. Arun Kumar, yes, they are one of the more innovative teams this season, actually. But I feel Charles Leclerc doesn't have a championship mentality. Max Lewis, yeah, absolutely, because Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris are pretty similar, right? They are very self-critical. They always talk about, yeah. Yes, we are starting. We are starting. Qualifying has started. Yes, JEEAIR rank N, bro. Why are you asking me like that? You're here for gate preparation. Okay. So when I was in writing JEE and preparing for rank colleges competitive exams in 2008, there were two exams. One was IIT JEE, the other one was AIEEE. So IIT JEE was for the seven IITs. At the time, there were only seven, and AIEEE was for NITs. And I got 362 or something as my state rank in NIT Trichy. So yeah, that's how I ended up in NIT Trichy. Yeah. JEE, I think there is something called as an extended merit list or something like that. I think I was there somewhere. I didn't get a rank that time. Yeah. Any advice for me to get work in F1 pursuing to PSG? Hey, PSG. I have a very good friend of mine who is a PSG alumni. Nice. PSG, actually, if you are in Triple E, you must be a really studious person, I think. Right? That's a super college to get into, very difficult college to get into, also, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, Thunderbolt. I think to get into work for uh, Formula One, you need to be close to where all the factories and all the. Check, check, check. Should be back. Yeah, it looks like we are back. Oh God. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, sheesh. I don't know what all I spoke and you all didn't hear. Uh, man, I'm actually getting really irritated with my setup because I like things to be perfect. I don't like interfering with all of this. Ah, sheesh. Okay. I was talking about something really interesting. Deployment, right? We were talking about phones, right? When you have a phone, you have two types of charging. You can either connect it to a laptop and it will slowly charge, or you have fast charging, right? So there are three things to consider: your battery size, and how quickly can your batteries charge, and how many times can you charge in a lap. So those are the three metrics that you need to keep in mind, right? Basically the regulations are a mix and match of all of that. And obviously, with a huge increase in battery, we are now facing issues with deployment because some people have figured out batteries really effectively, just like how some engines have better horsepower than other engines, right? So it's just that people have figured it out, and some teams have have not caught up as much. So because of that, they are still struggling. Yeah. You all good? Can you all hear me now? Okay, the chat is completely stopped, so I'm so confused if it is. Uh, yeah, loud and clear. Okay, okay, okay. Suddenly the chat completely stopped, so I got worried. All right, all right, all right. So, yeah, we have started, my friends. Leclerc is leading, but I mean, when I say leading, yeah, yeah, he's slightly better than Hamilton, and all the data is good. No, I think I can zoom in a little bit more, uh, and it should be nice, I think. This is good, right? Yeah. So during a qualifying, do they run a lap just for tires to get warmed up? Yeah. So basically, there is an out lap. So basically, that out lap is what uh, uh, when they go out of the pit lane, right? They are going slow and they do an out lap where they warm up the tires, and just before the last corner, they floor it and they get a good exit off the corner and they start the lap again. Yeah. Um, I am also preparing for JEE. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah. What are your thoughts about Red Bull? Red Bull is, yeah, they have a lot of work to do. Their race starts have been pretty poor, right? Like, if it is only one driver who is having a poor start, yeah, we can say it is the driver's fault. Every time it is both Max and Isaac, or like if one person does it, the other person, like it looks like it's a problem of the car. Oh, Matt is basically WTF1 channel, right? Steven. Yeah, I still watch their stuff. I still look up to those two guys a lot. What are my predictions for this GP? I made a video with my predictions. Lewis on pole. Yeah. Okay, there is an yellow flag. No Red Bull drink at least during the race. Yeah, see, no drinks today. Okay, I am firstly unwell. Who is in the gravel? George Russell is in the gravel. What the heck? Wait. Yeah, looks like we have a. Yeah. Where is Russell? I'm looking in the. Yeah, he's come back. The heck? He went off. Clearly, Russell will be under pressure now because he's made a mistake and he's ruined the tire, soft tire. That tire is pretty much useless now. Replay. Oh, understeer. Understeer. What the heck? Look at that. Like there's something wrong with the car. Ram Kaushik, hi. Yes, yes, we will do more streams. Every race till the end of the season. I'm doing this. Oh, he hit the front wing as well. What the heck? Yeah, Toto is in blue today. Cute. I think Toto is the cutest team principal. I hope my wife doesn't hear that. Good to see you, man. Hoping, yes, I already replied, yes. We will do more streams like this. Drive to Survive Patingla. I used to in the beginning, now I've kind of lost interest. How many laps are drivers allowed to post there? So, uh, uh, Austin Fernandez. So basically, every qualifying has time, right? I think each qualifying session has like 13 minutes and 12 minutes and something like that. So yeah, definitely. There will only be for you to do one qualifying lap, you need to effectively do 3 laps. Why? First lap you're getting out, and then the actual qualifying lap, and when you finish you have to do another lap and come back into the pits, right? So you will end up getting only time to do 2 laps. Sometimes sometimes drivers try to attempt another lap immediately after. Some maximum 3 laps they can do. Horner, Alpine News. See, Horner is everywhere, okay? Man's been trying to get back into F1 for a long time now, almost a year now, right? Since he got sacked. So, yeah. Love marriage, bro. Yes, obviously. Yeah, we were together for 9 years and then we got married. Is Lewis good today? Yes, Lewis is really, really good today. Just turned in Russell on the wall. What is happening? Yeah, I think there was understeer. He has clipped his front wing a little bit. So I think it'll be fine. I think he would be fine. Can you explain how quali works? So everyone gets to do 3 laps. Okay. Sorry, 3 sessions. Every qualifying has 3 sessions, and in each session, bottom a certain grid get decided. So in the first qualifying, it's basically who can set the fastest lap, and the top 16 qualified to Q2 from Q1. Okay, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22, they'll be decided. Whoever is finishing in that order will be like starting the next race in that grid position. Okay, so Q2 16 1 to 16 may top 10 lap, whoever has the fastest lap, top 10, they go to Q3, right? And 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, those places get decided, and Q3 may the last order of the grid. This qualifying basically is who gets to start at what position for the race. That's it. So during one qualifying lap, are there only certain amount of tires allowed? Because George Russell might have to change tires due to that, right? Yes, absolutely. You are partially right. It is not just qualifying. For the entire weekend, they are allowed a set of tires. They are allowed, I think, 13 sets of soft tires, 6 sets of mediums, and like something like that. There is a combo that is given to them, and they have to manage with it. right? So they have to finish the entire weekend. They are free to use old tires, new tires, fresh tires. They can save up the fresh tires for race or for qualifying. That's entirely up to them. But the tires amount of tires is allocated to every team. It's the same amount for every race. Yeah. Apple TV has best 60 FPS. That's actually killer, man. I love. I am jealous of the people in the US because Apple, not just Apple. Formula One is investing so much in US. Can I add what drivers are communicating through the radio? Let me see if that is there. Let me see if sectors are there. Sectors head to head. Hmm. I can do the telemetry, but if I do the commentary, right? If I do the driver tracker thing, I'm not able to put this. So that option is definitely there in what is that called? F1 TV premium subscription, but I'm not sure if uh, it's available here. Sorry, my friends. Yeah. GR curse in Silverstone continues. I think today he'll break it. Okay, shit. Russell has a. Oh my god, godlike sector 2, but that's okay. He has no time left and only 3 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, P5. So he's yeah. Hmm. Okay, Verstappen's trying to improve. Where is he? I mean, he doesn't need to, but pretty much everybody is on an outlap. Okay, let's focus for the next few minutes. Um, Hi, Autumn. Good girl. Yeah, I don't want to touch the mic because I don't want to lose the volume. Yeah, Verstappen is improving. Hadjar is also improving. We need to look out for the Williams because they are. Oh my God, Hadjar has a purple sector in the middle. Nice. Okay, I'm already looking at the times Hadjar has crossed in P1. Verstappen is P2. Damn, Hadjar has shown up from somewhere. Let's look at one thing. I want to know what is the uh, timings for the uh, qualifying that happened yesterday. So I want to compare if they are doing faster times than yesterday or not. Yeah. Uh, how do I find out the timings from yesterday? Sprint qualifying result. 1 minute 28.3. So we have at least a entire second to improve. So what is the purple sector? Purple sector is basically whoever has the best sector. Like for example, I'm showing this right. Hadjar has the best purple. Purple means he has the best lap. Anytime you see something in purple, it means it is the best. Okay. If it is green, it means it is their personal best. If it is yellow, it is not the best. it is slower than before. So if you see, Lawson has a purple sector 1 at the moment, which means Lawson, Liam Lawson is the fastest person in sector 1, right? So that's how you will understand what is purple. Lawson's doing well. I think he's actually P2. Dude, Lawson's on like some madness. But then we have at least a second to improve on. So there is something called as track evolution also. So the more people keep driving on the track just gets hotter and hotter, and it starts becoming more grippier and grippier, and it gets a little more easier to drive also. So over a entire lap, you will end up getting a little more faster the more and more you drive. So both Astons are out. Oh, sheesh. Ah, man. Okay. One Alpine is the big surprise, but everybody else are like chilling. Hadjar is like topping. Yeah. But again, there is almost a second that needs to close down. So nice. Oh my god. That call up into spin. I'm surprised he didn't crash. Maggots, Beckett's, he lost it. Sheesh, man. Yep. Because of the wind, apparently. Yeah. Okay, let me go through comments. What is the reason of sprint qualifying if they are going to do the normal qualifying on the Saturday? We could just do this right. What is the use of sprint? So, sprint race, Jatin, is basically, let us say, if you are looking at a normal race weekend, right? There are 5 sessions: practice 1, practice 2, practice 3, qualifying, and race, right? Out of which these three are pretty much irrelevant for an audience, right? Why? I mean, you can watch them qualify, practice, you can watch them do laps and all, but only qualifying helps with the points, right? Qualifying helps with the grid position, and race gives you points, right? So basically, out of the 5 sessions, 3 sessions do not add any value to the championship points. So to make that exciting, to make let us say if somebody is buying a weekend ticket, right, they need to get more for their money, right? So when you make qualifying and when you bring it in a sprint format, you're basically making 4 out of the 5 sessions important, right? Sprint also has points, race also has points, right? So it adds a little more value, so the audience gets a little more bang for the buck. That's the reason why we have sprint weekends. Your thoughts about 2027 regulations? I will make an entire video on it, Afsar. Yes. Yes, Ram Kaushik. MotoGP does this. It's a preference setup changes. Yes, you're right. Yeah, what is purple sector? Explained. They should do a soft pink tire just for qualifying. We know the pure pace of each team. Yeah, they used to have the, I think, ultra soft and super soft and all of that. And now they've just simplified it and dumbed it down. Yeah. Holy moly, what is RB doing? What's your opinion on Aston Martin? Aston Martin will, I think, till Baku, they are not bringing in any upgrades, right? So, till Baku, we cannot figure out anything. We will not have any upgrades. Aston Martin will continue to be only like um, uh, fourth, like, they'll be probably the last team till Baku. Why everyone hates George Russell? Nobody hates George Russell, my friend. People just like certain drivers over the other drivers, right? I don't think Um, I mean, see, when every driver has a personality, right? Some people are very likable in the media because they come across as very humble. Some people are, some people come across as very arrogant, and some people come across as divas, right? Posh and all of that. It is basically a preference, and as far as driving and as far as talent is concerned, I think George Russell is probably one of the most top five talented drivers on the grid right now. Max would have left. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Lucky them, they got a Ford engine. Actually, it is not a Ford engine. It's Red Bull's own engine. Ford partnership happened quite a bit late, but yeah, the Red Bull powertrains was a project that had been going on for a while. So I'll give a lot of credit to Red Bull because they have no business making an engine because they are a drinks company, right? They don't make commercial engines. So actually, amazing. Just with us, bro, tell us about the Indian who stands on the podium on the last representing. I think his name is Arun. Arun something. I think it was his birthday, and he's not Indian. He's Sri Lankan. He's a Sri Lankan Tamilian who's working as a engine power unit engineer, I think. And it was his birthday, so Toto said, "Yeah, uh, go on the podium." Okay, yeah. Uh, are you interested in doing content on VEC as well? Uh, I mean, the problem is VEC is a minefield on its own, right? And I don't do this full time. If I ever become a full time content creator, absolutely I will do it. But the knowledge you have on F1, no, my friend. I think my knowledge is very limited. I have to admit, we all of us, right, we are watching Formula 1 through a screen, right? It is not something that is happening in India, right? We can't go to these races as much as we want, so quite a lot of it is what we are told in the media, what kind of data that we have, what kind of this. So there is a lot of learning that goes through, and we are nowhere close to like having really good knowledge because there are literal scientists working on these F1 cars and in the factory and all of that, right? So I don't claim to have any knowledge on F1. I have basic bare minimum. Shall we hope for a Max comeback? Yeah, why not? Why is Q2 delayed? Q2 is delayed because Franco Colapinto spun and he brought a lot of gravel onto the track and they were cleaning it. Yeah. What happened to Benchwarmers banter? There are two of my friends who just got really busy. Not everybody has free time. People have families and other things that they need to take care of. So eventually, we couldn't find it very sustainable, and we were not getting a lot of views anyway. So, yeah. Hi, SS Gaming. Then why don't they just do sprint every weekend? That's the thing, right? There is a part of tradition also, right? Formula One for years have been a 3 day weekend where Friday is practice, Saturday is qualifying, and then there is race, right? If they make any drastic changes, people will not like it. So sprint was introduced in 2021 and the format was very different, and they changed the format for 2022 and then they changed the format for 2023, and in 2024 they made 3 sprint races into 6, and 2025 and 2026 now we have 6 sprint races, right? So they are slowly working on sprints. Maybe eventually in the future we'll have a lot of sprint weekends, I guess. Half of the races will be sprints, I guess. You never know. World Drivers Championship, Kimi or Russell, I think. Yeah. Red Bull has the fastest fuel part, but not the battery part. But Mercedes, how are they calculating it? This is a big debate, Gopi. Basically, Mercedes is deploying better. It is a little more software than hardware. Russell is a diva, yes. Tell your favorite driver. Currently on the grid, Max Verstappen, and followed by Lewis Hamilton. But overall, my favorite driver has retired from Formula One. I think the comment section will know my favorite driver by now. Better? Is it better? Is it better? Check, check, check. Yeah, I can see it is. The volume is there. Hellos, hellos. Yes, we are back. We are back. Check, check, check. What is wrong with this microphone, man? I'm not even touching. I don't understand why. Sheesh. Oh my god. Now I think it is back. Yeah, it is back. It is back. I can see. this to, like after all having all of this gear, I'm still struggling with audio, man. This is I am pretty annoyed, but again, I'll fix it after today's stream. I'll find out whether the problem is the microphone or if it is the USB port. Yeah, I'm not touching the microphone because I don't want it to disconnect again. Yeah. What? You saw the you all heard the uh, you all heard the audio in F1 TV. There was just some funny noise that happened. Okay, why Q2 is delay? It is because of uh, they were cleaning the road because Franco Colapinto went off track, and because of that, there was a lot of gravel on the streets. My favorite driver is not Daniel Ricciardo. Someone already answered it correctly on the comment section. Yeah, yeah. Did Hamilton? Do you think Hamilton will take pole? Yes, absolutely. I think that's today's prediction, Srinath. Yes. Yeah, Johnny Vishal, Joan J1Y Vishal. I don't know how to pronounce your name. So technically, isn't the uncertainty and the sudden changes in the car control the strong point of Max, and the adaptability feature made him the champion he is? Why is that not? Why is that is not being so this season? I do think Max is trying to get the most out of the car, right? Like, for example, if the car's off the line speed is a problem, uh, we can't do anything more than that, right? If the batteries aren't sufficiently charging and recharging, then there is only so much we can do. When batteries were irrelevant, let's say the one race in this entire season where batteries and the effect of that battery was irrelevant, where did he finish in qualifying? I'm talking about Monaco. He almost finished P1. He was starting in P2, and his battery just and his car just conked off in the start, right? So I do think right now it is not, I'm not hyping up Max Verstappen. I'm just in general saying the whole new regulations, it is usually the first few races, it is not about the drivers at all. It's about upgrades, it's about teams and cars and who's bringing in the upgrades at what time. And then eventually once they settle down is when we can actually say driver versus driver, okay, this driver is better than this driver, things like that, or this car is better than that car. Right now, every week there is a new team bringing in an upgrade, and sometimes the upgrades work, sometimes the upgrades do not work. So yeah, that's why while you mention that adaptability is the big thing, you can adapt to any car, but if the car is in general slower compared to another car, then or unreliable compared to the other car, that you just can't confirm that it is a driver error or anything, right? Right now we cannot. That's another reason why we can't even compare Charles Leclerc to Max Verstappen, right? Because they both are in like completely different cars, and they both are in teams that are constantly improving, right? So right now it is a game of that's why people use the word development war, right? it's the it's who has the most money and who is bringing in upgrades at what point in the season, right? And eventually it will become okay, the upgrades are so minor, it is going to work only like 1/10, or uh, like it'll narrow the gap. Right now Aston, for example, is almost 4 seconds away, right? So we'll have to wait and see. Max will be Max. I mean, since you mentioned Max, I'm talking about Max, but pretty much every driver will have that opportunity to adapt. But the cars are just changing almost on a weekly basis because they are bringing in so many more upgrades, right? They say Red Bull engine is the they Ram Mohan Mohan Ram. They say Red Bull engine is the benchmark. How come they are still below Ferrari and Mercedes? Uh, Red Bull engine is not the benchmark. Red Bull internal combustion is. This stupid mic, man. Thank you, chat, for letting me know every time there is. Now I'm back. I checked. Stupid microphone, this is. I'm not touching it also, it's just randomly going away. Yeah. Hadjar is still ahead of Max. Nice. Ferrari still trying to get some straight line speeds. Don't you think this will be an issue along the tire degradation, especially on the left side? Yeah, you're right. Um, but tire deg is something that we need to focus only on race space, right? Like so, for qualifying, I'm not sure if it makes that big a difference. Who's the best driver according to you right now on the grid? Don't be diplomatic, mate. I know everyone are good and unique. Like genuine guessing, who do you think is the best driver right now? Um, I think Kimi Antonelli, while I am a Max fan, I think Kimi Antonelli because just how young this person is and the fact that you give him a monster of a car and he's able to extract so much, I genuinely think Kimi is, if not today, to see, as long as Max is on the grid, I'll back Max. But I think Kimi is a GOAT driver. He is a future GOAT. Um, what exactly do these teams get, like Cadillac, get from? They spend all these money and never coming in the top 10. Is it an excess money or love of the sport? It is not just the love of the sport, it is, in the end of the day, marketing. Secondly, it all the development that you do eventually will end up in the road cars, right? That's the flex that they have, that um, they are eventually going to use all of that technology in the road cars. So, yeah. Okay, Hamilton and Leclerc back on top. Russell has split them. Oh, my water bottle is here only. I was- Oh, if I'm shaking the bench is when the mic is disconnecting, is it? Oh, shit. Okay, now I understood. Change your ducking mic, Horner. If you got a problem with the mic, change your. Yeah, that's what I need to do. What do you think of VCarb's performance? They are actually looking much better than the main Red Bull team because they are so consistent. Main Red Bull team is, the problem is their inconsistency. One day they start the race, the other day they don't even start. Lindblad and Lawson just end up being in points all the time. So, yeah. Hope PM for Tifosi. I know it is only Q2, okay? So let's be. Uh, are you hearing the audio from F1 TV and speaking at the same time? Yes. Yeah, I am. Like, that's why I have AirPods. I'm watching it on my iPad and, yeah, posting, uh, hosting. Yeah, Behrman has great potential. Unfortunately, he's in a Haas. He should join Alpine or somewhere else. He will. He will because he is Ferrari project. And with Lewis doing well, Lewis extending his contract potentially by Monza, I think Ollie has to look at another team, or else he will not have a. Yeah, might become a goat. Yes, I mentioned. Yes, yes. You didn't put IG stories. Oh my god. I know how many things can one person do. I'll just tell people to come join this stream. That way, at least they'll know that. Yes. Come say hi. I've put, and I'll put the link as well. Yes. Copy link. Paste. Watch here. Nice. Alrighty, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. This Nicola Solo from F2 won one more race today. Yeah, I think Liam has a problem in the sense that um, uh, his PR is doing some things. Liam might be looking for a move, is what I've understood. But do you think the updates are paying very much, Max and Red Bull? Yeah, see, Red Bull is again in the end of the day, uh, um, like every team, they will figure out a way to be on top, right? Because they have to be on top, and they have Max Verstappen. If they don't get on top of all of this, Max will leave. So just to keep Max only, they'll do their best. Yeah. These days aren't hearing much about son of Schumacher. Is he still in F1? No, I don't think Mick Schumacher is racing in another series, if I'm not wrong. He used to hope. We used to hope for a Max to win the race, but now we are praying for his car to start. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Salah versus Messi, who you rooting for? Yes, you have no questions. I will root for the GOAT, Mohamed Salah. Mo Salah. Mo Salah. Okay. Based on the sprint, it looks like Ferrari's pace might not be enough to finish in pole. No, Hamilton is on top, right? Like, so I think they'll be in the top two or three. Definitely. Ferrari is going to be in the top three. At least one of their cars is going to be in the top three. It is very close between Mercedes and Ferrari. The rest of the gang, I'm not sure. It is at this point, anything can happen. Yeah. You should keep an alarm reminder 10 minutes from the starting time of each game as the week begins, not to forget its start. Yeah, I would. I would. IndyCar. Yeah, he's in IndyCar. Mostly Indy. I'm not sure. I heard something. I'm confusing it with Antonio Giovinazzi as well. They are also either on IndyCar or on WEC or something. They are in another racing series basically. Verstappen is on the hunt. Verstappen says it's a disaster. Max is calling it a disaster. I don't know. I don't know what he's on about, but yeah. I think he aborted a lap. I'm not sure. 2 minutes warning. Yes. Last 2 minutes. If you give a good, drivable, reliable car to Max, he will start to hunt him. Not the best. He just needs a reliable car for him. Yes. Kimi might become a goat. We can't just say right now he will become to be a goat. You need one big thing that is very difficult in F1. So you can't say with his age, right? I like I said, right? It's might, yeah. But to be honest, he's been impressing everyone, right? The only times he has done bad things is because, oh, like done bad compared to his teammate is very little. Like this, arguably, one race his car blew up, but he overtook Russell, and Lewis Hamilton was in a role in Barcelona. That is the one time where he didn't get any points. Um, I think the Australian GP, let's say he finished behind Russell because his race start was a little bit messed up. Last race also, he would have ideally been on pole, but he lifted with that yellow flag controversy and whatnot, right? So, yeah, I don't know why people are hyping Max so much. Of course, he's a four-time winner, but there are great drivers before, even Alonso. Nobody is hyping Max so much. Max is properly hyped only. Ferrari saving set. I guess they did the same in Q1. Yeah, I think if you go much ahead of everyone, you can actually sit at home and chill. But I think they are definitely outlap. They are on an outlap, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, they are on an outlap. I can see them in the. Yeah. A guy gets the best car in the grid, best champion team members, and everyone starts to call the guy a goat and everything. Arvind, I really want to know which driver that is in reference to. I slightly miss 2025 season when the top team drivers now and then would leave by Q3, Q2. There is not much fun now. He means Antonelli. See, the question that was asked to me was currently who do I think is a good driver, right? I genuinely think Kimi is a good driver. So what's the harm in that? My comment was always he may become a goat. Kim K is a cure for the Ferrari pain. How are you able to hear the commentary and speak at the same time? The commentary is just flying over my head. Can Max do something magical? I mean, I have no clue. Okay, we have Bortoleto, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Behrman, Sainz, and Albon. So pretty much the expected six teams have gotten eliminated, and the remaining five teams, all 10 drivers of the five teams, are to Q3. What? Why is Bortoleto apologizing? If you're a team strategist, what is your tire strategy for pole winners? I think Silverstone has traditionally been a two-stop thing. So I think I'll start them on mediums and go on hards for the first stop, and then finish the race on hard again. I think that's typically the strategy, but I'm just randomly blurting it out because that seems like the most obvious one. Uh, yeah, bro, you're streaming this from India. Yeah, I am streaming this from India. He needs a car for that magic. That RB22 had a lot of mood swings. GOAT title is only for Hamilton. This is so ஒத்துக்க முடியலனா அதான் after Hamilton retires யார் வேணா go ஆகிக்கோங்க. No, I don't agree. I think if you are using that logic to not call Max Verstappen a goat, then you should not call Hamilton also a goat. Yeah, he had the best car for 7-8 years in a row, right? If you are saying that, yeah, you get the best car, you get the best team, and everything happens to you, then yeah, the same logic applies to go Hamilton as well. In the end of the day, it is something that you base on racecraft, and it is something that you based on their attitude, and it is something that you based on what they make out of what they are given, right? So if you are using that logic, then I think the same logic that you're using to say Max is not the GOAT will apply for Lewis as well. Yes, any driver, plenty of talent on the grid, you give them a decent car and a decent championship winning team, and you surround themselves with winners, yeah, anybody will win. Same happened to uh, Lewis as well, no? Toto gave him a good car, Toto gave him a good championship winning team, right? So yeah, that logic I'm not arguing saying that Lewis is not a goat. I'm just saying if that logic is used to justify Lewis as a goat, then definitely Max is also in the conversation. Yeah, you said he might become a goat. I accept Kimi is a good driver. He hasn't been through tough situations, but many people have started mentioning him and everything already. Yeah, see, you have to understand why people are mentioning him. People aren't randomly mentioning him as a goat, right? You had a championship favorite this year coming into the season, which was George Russell, right? And Kimi is schooling an experienced teammate who has beaten Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery. Okay, so the GOAT name, again, nobody's calling him a GOAT yet, but credit where credit is due. Kimi, like, see, you, being through tough situations should not be a criteria to call somebody a goat or everything, right? It is not a, like, see, this is a, I understand this is a conversation that is more like a opinion based debate, but I'm just saying that there is plenty of things Kimi is doing well. For him to, I don't want to say he's a goat. He's not yet. Obviously, I agree to that. But yeah, he's there in the conversation this year. He's leading the championship. Yeah, Kim K not explicitly confirm if she will attend the British Grand Prix tomorrow. Did you guys see the interview where George asked Lewis if he's suddenly is it because he has a fast car or is it because he has a new girlfriend? And Lewis completely ignored that comment. Never seen Max in a rocket ship for more than 2 years. Yeah. Then it's only a team sport, not an individual one. See, I agree, Gautam. To be honest, right? Formula One has always been almost 70% technology, right? Yes, there is a little bit of driver's talent that shows up on a race to race basis, but even that driver's talent needs a decent top contending car for it to do so much. You love watching it's like watching a brainy uncle who teaches. What's my take on the 2021 title? Don't ask. Already people are angry with me for certain comments. So Salah or Cristiano? Obviously Salah. Yeah, I have hated and loved one person in F1 is yeah. I think people assume that you have to like one driver, and if you like one driver you have to hate the other driver. I do not hate. My personal preference is Max because I like what he did for the sport when it was in the peak of 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. I like him as a person and what he did for the sport. And I was a fan of Max Verstappen since 2016 or 17, whenever he joined, because I would, whenever Ricardo left Red Bull, I was a fan of Max Verstappen hardcore. Why? Because I was a Red Bull fan first. I was my 2010 when I started watching Sebastian Vettel winning, and I've been a Red Bull fan ever since. Like I said, 2010, I've been a Red Bull fan. So, Max Verstappen, naturally, I loved him a lot because it was Red Bull. It was my team. That's how I felt. Okay. And then when he started winning, I was like, yeah, man, this is the guy who can challenge Lewis Hamilton, right? So, yeah, right. Max is my personal favorite, but I also, in the same breath, I will say Lewis Hamilton deserves, and he deserves all the success that he has had. because he's an amazing driver. I also loved watching Lewis Hamilton drive, all of that, because for some years Red Bull were not even in the picture, right? It was Ferrari versus Mercedes for a while. So I used to support Sebastian Vettel at the time, but not Ferrari as a whole. Yeah. Oh, so he did give a shout out, is it? Because I saw one edit. I didn't see the whole video. Correct. Yeah. I didn't realize that he gave a காதலுக்கு மரியாதை விட my mind says Hadja will do something tomorrow. I hope so, man. I hope his car gets off the track properly. Best midfield team is at the moment Liam Lawson and Lindblad. Also, I don't know if everyone knows that I have this special thing. Guys, this is my collectible signed by Arvid Lindblad. That's his signature on it. Yeah. That's my collectible. Q3 started. Let's go. I think Hamilton, Antonelli, Norris, maybe? I don't know. Verstappen's on top. Leclerc is now beaten.